This is the iPhone 17 series. iPhone 17, iPhone Air and iPhone 17 Pro. I've got them all. But you know what? The most interesting one to me is the base iPhone 17. This year, it makes sense for most of the people to go for this base iPhone 17. It has solid upgrades across the board. But the first video that I wanted to do with this phone was a shot on, obviously. Alright, this is the very first video that I'm shooting with the iPhone 17, the base iPhone 17, and I am using the front camera right now. But the smartphone is not in landscape, it is actually in vertical. Let me show you that very quickly. I'll take my camera and show you that the smartphone is in vertical mode. So as you can see right now, the smartphone is in vertical mode and I'm shooting with the front camera, which is incredible, right? This is mainly possible because of the new front camera sensor, which is square now, and that has a lot of benefits. Now, right now I have to complete a reel about this phone itself. I'll do that. And then when I'm on my way back to Pune, that's when I'll talk more about it. But yeah, this is super cool, right? So it is a square sensor as opposed to a normal 4x3. And Apple is making very clever use of that. The fact that now we can shoot vertical as well as landscape photos as well as videos without turning the phone is absolutely incredible. There are a couple of advantages. Number one is eye contact. Because of the vertical orientation, eye contact with the camera is much better. And then it also becomes easier to use the phone in vertical orientation. And this is a new upgraded sensor as well. It is a better quality sensor and the difference is noticeable. Selfies look absolutely amazing. I think it's a combination of the new sensor as well as new processing. Skin tones are better, the way it handles hair is better, and overall the image looks very pleasing to the eye. I'm really glad that Apple finally upgraded the front camera and in a beautiful way. Cinematic video test with the front camera. It looks good, right? Vertical?
Yeah.
You're getting a phone. Alright, done with the reel, uploaded it as well, and you can watch it on my Instagram. It is about this base iPhone 17 itself. Now currently I'm shooting with the ultra wide angle camera in 4K at 30 FPS, and right now the plan is to go downstairs, check out from this room, have a cup of coffee, and while I do that I also have some other work. Once that work is done, we will be on our way to Pune, and that's when I'll really start testing this phone. Sukav is going to drive the car and I'm going to test this phone. It's going to be super interesting. Now there is another new camera and that is on the rear side. Not the main one, I'm talking about the ultra wide. So there is a new 48 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. I did some side-by-side testing with the iPhone 16 and the difference is not huge. There is some difference and the image is ever so slightly sharper, but not a night and day difference. But with that being said, I do appreciate the sensor being upgraded because it will be useful in specific scenarios, especially in low lighting conditions where the ultra wide angle camera struggled a lot in the previous generation. But with this generation, low light photos as well as videos are better. So that is an upgrade that I will happily take. And ultra wide is a fun perspective to shoot with. I can fit more in the frame and kind of get weird with the angles as well. Alright, finally done with the work and the time right now is 3 PM and we will leave in another 10 minutes for Pune. And I think we'll reach Pune by 6:30 or maximum by 7 PM depending upon the traffic. Now currently I am very sleep deprived because last night I slept at around 2 AM and then I woke up at 7 AM to go to the event. So in the car I'm going to be sleeping and Sukhada here will be driving and her mom is also coming with us. So they both will sit at the front and I'm going to sit at the back, or rather sleep at the back. I was just checking the last clip and there was a lot of noise. So I'm going to try to cut that noise by using the audio mix feature. Let's see if audio mix is any good with this series, because with 16 series it was good but sometimes it sounded robotic. Let's see if it's good with the 17 series. I won't know until I go back and edit the video. So you guys let me know how the audio mix feature is. I will keep turning it on and off, between both these videos. So let me know how is it in the comment section down below. Now one of the new features this time is dual video capture, which means I can shoot with the rear camera as well as the front camera at the same time, and it's incredible. Now the best part is that I can change the framing here of the front camera, and that will be recorded in the video as well. So I can move the front camera footage anywhere, maybe down here or down here, okay, here, anywhere, and still everything will be recorded. So that is incredible. I think this is particularly useful for reaction videos or vlogging or showing something interesting, to have perspective of the front as well as the rear camera. Works really well. The implementation is good, and I can say that finally this feature is available in the iPhones. Now, what about the main camera? That is still a 48 megapixel sensor which clicks amazing photos and videos. I would like to start with portrait mode. So portraits at 1x and even at 2x look absolutely amazing. The edge detection is much better, skin tones look more natural, and the overall portrait also looks more natural. Apple have definitely upgraded their image processing for portraits. And I think the A19 chipset is also coming into play here. The overall image processing across the iPhone 17 lineup is better. Solid photos from the main camera across the board. Detailed, high quality, great dynamic dynamic range and natural colors. Typical iPhone photos, but ever so slightly better. And yes, they're still not contrasty. Apple goes for this, balanced, neutral look, which most of the people prefer. But as a photographer, I do miss that contrast in photos. That's why I edited most of the photos shot with this phone or any other iPhone before I upload them to social media. Now, the main 48 megapixel has this digital 2x crop, which is basically lossless because they're just cropping into the sensor and it works really well. So 2x photos as well as videos look good. But beyond that, the zoom capabilities are kind of average. So the competition like Google Pixel 10 and Samsung Galaxy S25 do have a dedicated telephoto camera. Not the best telephoto, but they do have a dedicated telephoto. Now here's a quick side-by-side comparison of zoom with Pixel 10. You can see that telephoto does a way better job at 5x and even 10x photos. So that is something definitely missing here. If you shoot a lot of zoom photos, then the base iPhone 17 is still not for you. For anyone shooting a lot of zoom photos, the iPhone 17 Pro makes much more sense. It has a new telephoto camera which is incredible, but we'll talk about that in another video. Just took a quick break at McDonald's because we are very hungry. We did not have lunch exactly, kind of had something in between. So right now it's like 7 p.m. We'll have something and then we'll go to our house, which is another hour. And yeah, it's been a very hectic day. But with that being said, I'm having a lot of fun while shooting photos and videos with this phone, the iPhone 17, the base iPhone 17. And there is one problem that still persists, and that is this lens flare. So whenever this camera sees a source of light, the lens flare will be there. That problem has still not been solved. So yeah, please make a note of that. Now I'll go and have my burger and maybe a cup of coffee or Diet Coke. Let's see what happens. Now, when I got home yesterday, I was super tired but still made my way to badminton, and here's a quick time lapse that I shot there. And the iPhone did a great job at that time lapse. And I think that's where the advantage lies with the iPhone. Videography. Videos still look absolutely amazing from the iPhone 17, and I can easily say that it is the best in its price range. So for any sort of content creation, iPhone 17 is still the way to go. The video quality is great and so is the microphone quality. You've seen that in this video. And right now as well, I'm shooting with the iPhone 17 and the setup looks absolutely amazing. In fact, I'm using the Blackmagic camera app because I want control over white balance, shutter speed and things like that. I don't want to shoot in auto mode. That's why I'm shooting in this app. It is completely free of cost and works really well. Finally back home, and the time right now is almost 12 a.m. like 5 minutes to 12, and this was a super hectic day but a very good one because first I got to try out all the new iPhone 17 models, then we came back, kind of a road trip. I really like that road trip as well, and finally the day ended with badminton, which was like super fun. And in this process, I got to test the camera of the base iPhone 17 as well. This is not like a day in the life video, but just like a detailed camera review and also with a story behind it. So I hope you like this concept. And if you did, then let me know about that in the comment section down below. Again, I'm shooting with the front camera 4K 30 FPS and I'm holding the phone vertically. I'm getting used to this, like it's incredible, and I'm going to miss this feature in other phones, like for sure. See, iPhone 17 for the camera makes a lot of sense. The new front camera is absolutely amazing. On the rear side, there is a solid main camera and now a solid ultra wide as well. It is great for photos as well as videos. The only weak point here is zoom, and for that they have the Pro. If they give a very good zoom camera in this one, then I don't think a lot of people will go for the Pro, because now this also has the 120Hz ProMotion display. So I think Apple is keeping that difference between the two models. But yeah, I will bottom line it for you. For the price of the iPhone 17 and the features that it offers, the camera experience is amazing. If you end up buying this phone for the camera, you'll have an amazing experience. Now, I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, then make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below which videos would you want to see next. I know you will say day in the life, which is coming for all the iPhones. I'm going to start with the Air because that is the most interesting for day in the life. So definitely hit that subscribe button and you don't want to miss upcoming videos. So yeah, that's been it. This was short on iPhone 17. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Stay tuned and bye bye.